well, I'm eating my dust.
My name's Daniel. I'm 14 years old. I burnt Chrissing up in the first round, and the rest of you are going to be left eating my dust.
I heard his name's Daniel and he burnt Chrissing up in the first round.
That's a mean promo.
That I did. That is my sizzle reel for if ever I go into show business. Funnily enough, Hollywood has not come calling yet.
Oh, shall I cut you I can cut you a professional looking show reel that is just this podcast and that clip.
Somehow, I'm guessing it won't be very professional.
No, I think I
less
think
than
it
a
will
minute.
be professional. It will, however, guarantee me no future in show business.
Yeah, it
because
depends
Cole-
what
be funny,
profession
though.
you're trying to get into.
or
But
out
what
of.
right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, it would be this podcast. It would I've got the videos the wrong way around. Let's sort that out. So it'll be this podcast, it'll be that clip of Games World, and also that one Big Red Barrel video where it was an EGX and you're doing Just Dance.
Great.
Was it Just Dance? It was one of those. It was like a Connect thing.
Yeah.
It was a Connect dancey thing. Dance Central?
I don't really
maybe?
think I've got anything to really say in response to that. I've learned, Coleman, the best way
I
to
have nothing left to
engage-
hide.
I think the best way to engage with you and your ridiculous ideas is just go, okay then. All right.
This, dear viewers, is Democracy Manifest.
Hello, Sam. Sam is here.
Sam
Hello, Sam.
Rowan. Hello. Should we jump straight into it?
And from the depths of time over nearly how many hours ago? Nearly 17 hours ago, Mickabee. Oh, baby!
This week's
triple.
podcast is set up for TikTok clearly. If we ever needed proof of our middle age, it's holding the phone video up the wrong way. Sam, there are two versions of the podcast that go out on
yes.
YouTube. One that's vertical and one that's horizontal. It doesn't switch on the
Vertical,
fly.
Do
Horizontal.
not adjust your television set.
Yeah.
That won't help.
I'm trialing stuff. I'm not a big fan of the vertical, but seem to have got more viewers on vertical. So
Right,
hey-ho.
straw poll, landscape or portrait for videos.
Cowpole. Medicines
it's
for
better-
children, yay or
Yeah.
nay?
Portrait mode.
Portrait
My
mode,
eyes.
my eyes.
Correct answer.
Did I send the right link out with?
I have no
the,
idea.
Why would we know?
I'm a
I'll have
mere
a look.
No,
passenger
I
in
did.
these things.
I
Well
checked
done.
it. I checked it.
Have,
Yeah, you
No,
did.
have a biscuit.
The version I sent out was landscape, not portrait. The portrait version is also available if that's what you want, though.
You'd be wrong.
My
in that
eyes,
being
the
what you want.
goggles, they do nothing.
Eyes, the goggles do nothing.
Right.
That's more like it. I just kicked on the one that YouTube showed me. There you go. All right, shall we?
Let's.
We shall. Podcast.
Timothy, you ready?
Episode
600.
Say it.
58.
Oh,
Worst episode ever.
We'll do it live.
BRB UK.
Do it live.
Worst team. Better accents.
We'll do it live.
Hello, and indeed ahoy hoy, welcome on and all to BRB UK episode 658. Good evening, good day, good afternoon, good middle of the night, wherever you are. I'm Dan, I'm one of your hosts. Lovely to see you all again. I'm joined this week by the full triple, or as Mickabee says, oh baby, a triple of me, Tim,
hello.
and the other third of said triple, Coleman.
Hi.
Hi! How are you chaps? You alright?
Yeah, other than, you just positioned me as the meat in the triple of this sandwich, and I'm not sure.
Do you want to be the meat in the triple? You're the
It's the
juiciest
November
bit, Tim.
sandwich.
That makes you that just makes me and Coleman complex carbohydrates, which no one wants. You know,
No.
you'd be there if someone went for the diet option. You'd be all that was left.
I mean, we haven't got much left of Tim's month, so we need to
It is true.
get him while
has-
he's hot.
Yep.
Thick man
it makes
meat.
him sound like that's his mating season. Tim's in heat during the month of November. Get him while he's hot. Otherwise, he's just like a limp, quivering wreck on his sofa.
Yeah.
I'd like to add the word limp to the moist list of words I don't like you saying, Dan. Thanks.
Oh, do you
Especially in relation to me.
All right, you've got an option, Tim. I'm going to give you two.
Right?
You can put one of these words in the bin. The other
Yep.
one I will continue using. All right. Flaccid.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think flaccid has to go.
Yeah, I
first
thought.
and
Yeah.
foremost.
See, I just wrote. Okay, so limp. I'm all good with limp. I can describe you as
If you're
limp.
referring to
But Taramasalata
biscuits,
stays.
yes.
Yeah,
If you're referring
okay.
to me, preferably not.
Okay, right. I mean, are you insecure about this, Tim? Is there something you want to talk about? Because
really.
clearly I've touched a nerve. No, I've touched a nerve.
Do
haven't I,
not
Colin?
touch my nerves, though, okay? That's a bad thing to do.
Right, okay.
Right.
Good. Right. Tim's clearly very disquieted tonight, so I'm going to leave him alone. Coleman, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm just
My
looking forward to talking about some gosh darn video games.
Damn straight, my turgid friend. That's right.
Something
Tim, that's the
different,
opposite.
you know?
I'm thankful. I'm thankful this Thursday because my American boss is doing Thanksgiving things, which means he stops giving me work. It's great. Love it.
I don't talk about the petrol station that I work in.
No, that has got some
No.
tasty American oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to the Americans.
Mm-hmm.
All of you.
yes.
You damn
Give
abandoners.
some thanks.
Yeah, look how that worked out for you, huh? Huh? How you like that now? Huh?
Ah.
That's what I thought.
Ah. So,
Right, what have we been doing in the world of video games, chaps? I think we've all got separate things to play, but Tim Coleman somehow played all of them, which I can't quite work out.
Oh.
But
I
yes.
haven't even heard of your two games before. I'm
Have you?
interested
Oh.
because I have no idea what they are.
Get that finger on the pulse, mate.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Steam Black Friday sales is where it's at. I tell you, man.
Okay.
It is. But not that mine was on the sale. I just picked it up anyway because I like.
I did buy something stupid in the sale, so
Ooh.
oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about this. What
Yeah.
did you buy, Tim?
it hasn't arrived because DPD have seemingly lost the package.
Have you?
Hilarious.
So,
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Coleman.
so
I'm
far,
gonna-
I've bought nothing.
Okay. No, but you have bought something. It just hasn't
Yeah.
got there yet. So your money has left your account or your
Yeah.
credit card,
Yeah.
but it just isn't there. So there is a
Yeah.
thing. Yes. I think you've bought a PS5 Pro.
Not quite that silly.
Ooh.
Okay. Guess the second.
Lower.
I think we should have some music for this.
I or lower. I'll go lower.
Got lower
I
in
think-
price.
I think a PlayStation Portal.
Very warm, but slightly higher. Slightly.
Dan?
Tiny bit higher.
A Switch 2.
Lower. Much lower. Much nearer what Coleman said.
A
Coleman's
Meta
like
Quest.
98% of the way there. Let's put it that way.
One of those DualShock, the fancy DualShocks.
No. Oh, no, not that silly. Jesus, I'm not made of money,
Right,
Dan.
Okay. What have you
Go on
bought
then.
then, Tim?
Coleman's pretty much right. I did buy a PlayStation Portal, but I
Why
bought
did
it
you say
that?
yes?
because I said
dickhead.
he's 98% of the way there. Like, he's very much nearly correct. Like,
Right.
but I did buy direct from PlayStation Direct, and it was extra money off, so I got the fancy 30 anniversary edition one. So
Oh, those are ugly.
Oh,
Yeah,
good. You got
it's great.
commemorative-
It's nice.
a commemorative bad use of money. Well done. Tim.
yeah.
Mnemonic DK said a motorcycle, which I like. I like that we're jumping straight into midlife crisis territory.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair. Tim, I've got a
Yes.
question for you.
Mr. November
Yes.
out riding on his hog.
Why? How much? First of all, how much did you pay with your discount?
Right.
For a PlayStation Portal.
180,
Right.
which is a bit much.
I have a
thing.
question.
Yeah.
Steam Deck?
Yeah.
Because you could have just configured that for remote play.
I also have a question. Did
Yeah.
I? Oh no, I set yours up for Game Pass, didn't I? I didn't set up PlayStation on your Steam Deck, did I?
Yeah.
We could have done that.
I know, but hey.
It's cheaper by about £180.
I mean, yeah, right. I was gonna get people to contribute for my Christmas present, and it's kind of Christmas present to myself that my missus helped fund. But then also the man mass that helped push me over the edge is I just upgraded my phone. I'm on a lower contract than I currently am, although I'm signed up to a new contract. And I checked before I did it. I can sell my existing phone for £170. So it kind of cost me a tenner in Man Maths World. Kind of.
I think you should have saved that money and spent it on your loving partner.
I mean, I am going to spend some money on her. That's kind of what happens at Christmas
Yeah,
as well.
but you could have spent 170 quid more, and then she would have known. She would have gone, oh,
Exactly.
there's old limp Hibbs on the sofa once again. Not
You're
spending
lucky
any
she
money on
doesn't
me.
watch this.
Yeah. Somehow I'm
She
all right
already
with the fact that
knows.
I'm all
If
right with the
this was
limpness.
me,
At least he
if
spends
this was
money
me
on
in your place, I would have spent that all on my partner. I would have taken her out for a slap-up meal and a night on the town.
Yeah, I would have done the same as well, Tim. Very disappointed in you.
But she's spending it on me. I just managed to get money to offset the cost largely as well. So, you know.
gonna-
I mean,
hey.
Dad, I'm going to clip this bit and then we're going to put that out as one of the vertical videos,
Okay.
the shorts, and I'm going to send that to her.
Good. And Tim, let's not forget you are getting married at some point, and I will hire a
Yes.
video projector. And we
What?
will play this
No.
clip. Yes, we will play this clip.
Also, no.
We will play this clip. You confused so many people at my wedding. I get to get revenge on you by doing something random. A whole montage of calling Tim limp and then taking the mick out of him for buying a PlayStation 4.
Okay.
It'll be incredible.
Fine. But I don't know if you saw, they did have an update for the PlayStation Portal this month, quite cleverly timed,
No.
probably for just before Black Friday, where you can
Right.
now stream directly to it rather than having
I
to
thought-
have your PS5 on as well.
Oh, sorry. I was
Oh,
going to
so
say
you
I
could do
thought you could do that,
cloud.
but it was like locked to locked to certain levels of PlayStation subscriber, and also
Yes.
it was for like long term. You have to pass like
Yeah.
certain criteria to get it.
the-
I was on that, and I don't have a PlayStation Portal.
Right, and you can still do that. I think you have to be on premium to do that. So I'm tempted to upgrade to that at some stage, maybe, but
Wow.
not for now. But yeah,
Wow. Hey,
Wow, I
here's
wish I
a
was
reason
as
to
cool
buy
as
this.
you.
Spend £180 on this. Also, you need to to get the most benefit out of it. You need the top subscription. We've locked a feature behind a paywall. What is this, BMW?
No, I think it's only
What
the
is this, Game Pass?
games that are on the PlayStation Plus collection that you can stream if you're on premium. So you get access to more. But you can, I think you can now stream games that you own to it. Anyway, so
I mean, there's no two ways about it. This is a staggeringly bad purchase. You've outdone yourself, Tim. Congratulations.
Yeah.
as I said, it was silly, but you know,
Yes.
moment of weakness. Black
I've
Friday.
had no interest in the Portal other than I like when all my consoles and handhelds and things line up aesthetically. So I would have liked to have had the
there's
headset
that.
match with the console, match with the Portal. But other than that, it wouldn't get used. It would be gathering dust under my TV.
Yeah.
Has it got like
But,
a special
you know.
limited edition number on it, or is it just literally them selling
Just
you
grey.
expensive
It's
things?
just grey.
It's grey, innit?
It's
Grey
just
will
like
never
me.
go out
It's
of
grey.
fashion, Dan.
Doesn't match my console, but it does match my hair.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
All right. Should we talk about some
Alrighty.
games we done
We
played?
probably
Yes.
let's talk about some games, and let's let Tim talk about his because we've just ripped into
Well,
him somewhat meaning.
That's not the order that Coleman was
You're ruining my
prescribing.
run order,
Yeah, I
Dan.
know.
All right, okay, we'll do it in your run order then. Do it
He's in
your own.
charge.
I mean,
Listen to
Coleman.
Coleman.
It's me. Apparently, I'm up.
It
I'm up.
is.
It's what I'm doing. I've been playing a game called Sector.
That's good.
It is. I thought so. Review over. That's £16.75
No, the footage is
on
up.
Steam. I'm all done.
You've got at least 5 minutes to go.
I've got at least 5 minutes to go. So, Sectori is, I would say, a bit of a spiritual successor to Geometry Wars. And essentially, I believe it's being put together by a bunch of folks who were at Housemarque as well. So it's essentially a frantic twin stick shooter in a little arena. You're a little tiny polygonal spaceship, and you've got to fend off and shoot out of existence a whole bunch of alien badmans and woomans and everyone in between. Super fast paced. It kind of leans into its soundtrack and whole visual presentation is all very tied together. It kind of and Common, I know you've played a little bit of this as well. It kind of almost gets a little bit. Almost kind of when all the music's going and it's really hectic on screen and everything's kicking off and you're trying to survive it. You almost enter a bit like a Zen state with it where you just kind of get in the flow, which is quite cool. And you don't get that with very many games.
It's the asteroids flow, as I like to think of it. Yeah, it's kind of a... and it's a weird one as well, because when I started playing it and it goes through a tutorial, and I was like... because it's asteroids, it's geometry rules. I don't need a tutorial for this. It's like, oh no, we've actually added a couple of little things that you might need to know about. I'm like, okay, fair enough. But it is that. It's it's like it's a bit derivative of other things, and then all of a sudden it's okay, no, I see what's going on here.
Yeah, so I think kind of on its kind of twin stick shooter foundations, one of the big things about it is there's kind of in most of the game modes, the arenas constantly shift. So you'll go from like kind of a small queue to kind of like a large hexagon, and then all of a sudden it can become like 3 separate circles that you need to teleport between. And you've got to make sure that you've positioned where you are correctly before that stage transformation takes place. Otherwise, it's like instant game over. So you're constantly having to keep an eye on the environment, as well as the, frankly, metric crap ton of enemies that are being thrown at you every second. So it can mean that you can't have no one safe space where you can just hide out in an arena. It's always changing around you. There's also a bit of a kind of, because everything is these days, there's a bit of a kind of a roguelike upgrade system as well, where kind of as you kill enemies, you pick up tokens. But also that upgrades your standard your standard abilities. But there's also like Evolver cards that drop. Where
Volva?
Evolver.
Right, okay.
There, yes, Tim. I can see that your mind's on the prize. Yes, big. The beef curtain multiplier does come into play. Yes,
Geometry Wars Evolver.
Yeah, Evolver, not Volva. Okay, Evolver cards. Okay, are you with me, Tim?
Yeah, I'm there now. Yep.
Okay, so
I was somewhere else, but now I'm there. Okay.
So you've got a range of Jesus Christ. You got a range of decks. That's DECK. A range of decks.
Yep.
That you can access through your Evolver. Okay.
I think that's the other way around, Dan. You got that the other way around, no?
Depends on the individuals involved, really. Quite honestly. These are like rare ship upgrades that kind of really alter how your ship works in the stage. Sometimes we're like penalties where it's like, okay, you get plus 300% to like your missiles or your guns, but you can't shoot for 15 seconds, or there's relentless enemies for 15 seconds. You only get the bonus if you survive. But it's it's really good. It kind of gets that risk versus reward bit right as you're kind of trying to scoop up upgrade tokens as well. And the way the upgrades work, it isn't just everything gets awesome about your ship. You've got to kind of keep selecting them until you get to the upgrade you want, and then select that. So you can either increase your speed. Then I think there's upgrade your strike ability, since the other thing here is you can kind of do like a strike dash into enemies to instantly kill them, and if you strike dash into a pickup, then that instantly refills it, so you can build up combos. But yeah, I think it's a really good, fun, fast-paced system. It makes me feel like have no reflexes anymore at all. But I'm really enjoying my time with it. It's a great fit for the Steam Deck, which is what I've been playing it on. Really bright, really colourful, really stylized visuals. Runs an absolute dream on the Steam Deck, Tim. The Steam Deck. Steam Deck, not the water Volva or anything like that, okay? Which is, really, really quite...
Halo Combat Evolver.
Stretching that joke too far.
Stretching that Volva too far.
Don't stretch it too
far.
Whoa,
dude.
Don't do that. That'll get you in trouble.
I really think your knowledge of anatomy is a bit concerning, Tim. You're doing it wrong, mate. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. I think we
just
should
let
move
everyone
on.
know. I am reading these chats. I'm not putting them up on screen, but they are very funny.
Way to get us banned from YouTube.
Yeah, that's all
Very
right.
good.
I mean, I want that on the T-shirt. What Mnemonic has just said.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I've
I've
oh,
only
he's
played
not
it.
gonna let me say it.
I've only played a little bit of this game myself. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing yesterday when I was putting the footage together to put on the show, and I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting. Must pick this up." And I've been playing it a bit on the tube, much like a game we'll talk about later. But yeah,
And what do you think? Of it?
I'm liking it so far. It is one of those ones that I've got to kind of get my head round to go. It's not slightly different geometry evolved. I have to get into it a little bit longer. But yeah, a few more play sessions on this, and I think I'm going to be well in there.
I mean, I think the only thing is it really throws you in the deep end properly. It really doesn't do a good job of explaining the mechanics. So you have to do a little bit of suck it and see. Tim, there's another one for you right there. But there are really kind of cool boss fights in it as well. It's not just kind of stage after stage. There's kind of big set piece bosses that kind of do take up the whole stage, and you need to kind of maneuver around them to kind of find the weak spots, take them down, and it's good fun. It mixes up the game quite nicely for me.
Yeah. Also, I
That's
suck
really
at the transporting in that game because you got to kind of start your transport and then aim, and I keep screwing up the aim every time. So I need a little bit more time with it.
Yes.
Yes. So recommend?
Sectori. Oh, it's a thorough recommend from me. So Sectori is out on PC and your Xbox Series is. I think it's been out for about a week or two now. I think you can pick it up for about 13 quid-ish, depending on your platform. But yeah,
I
I've
think
enjoyed
there's
it
a
greatly.
slight discount for this week or for the Black Friday stuff, but yeah, it's $12.49 on Xbox and $12.79 on PC regularly. So
Just rare that
And
it's
Tim?
more expensive on PC.
yeah, by
By
pence.
50p, Tim. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
We've already
30p by my
established.
reckoning,
We've already established you have a limited grasp of how money should be used sensibly. So you can be quiet, sir. Be
Considering you
quiet.
got
I
the
can be
numbers
quiet.
wrong, you know. Like, hey, anyway.
It's 50p. You'd be like, oh well, that's 50p
It's 30p.
towards a PlayStation. Oh Jesus! All right, okay, it's 30p. I thought it was 99. My apologies, Tim. Okay, Captain Pedantic. But okay, if you were listening,
means
oh,
I
there's
get-
another,
it means-
there's another 50p I could put towards another questionable purchase.
Check out
Lucky
the
me.
big brain on bread.
I like that.
I'd buy that for $1.
You would say it's worth that price then, Dan, even though
I
it's
would say,
smaller,
even
limited
with
game
the
sort of,
errant
yeah.
30p that you may pay on
Oh.
another platform, Tim, I would still say it's worth the £13-ish. There we go. We
Yeah.
happy?
Okay.
We good?
I-
Marvelous.
I picked it up.
Fantastic. Good. You
Okay.
did.
So yeah. I've been playing Constance, which
Yeah, you have.
little behind the scenes when we're getting close to an episode and I go, I've got nothing to talk about. There's not that much in the news that excites me. I just go on Steam and I click newly released and I have a quick scan through and I
And
pick
buy
a game.
thing.
And most times it works out. This I picked up Constance, which is a cartoon style sort of Metroidvania title, which you may think, Coleman,
I was
it's
going
a
to say,
bit
don't forget to
brave.
play your footage, but yeah, then you remembered.
You may be thinking, Coleman, it's a bit brave releasing a cartoony Metroidvania style game so close to the after the release of Hollow Knight 2. But and I totally agree with you because this is not going to be as popular as that game, but it's different. It's not as challenging as a Hollow Knight, but while still keeping some of that depth and challenge to it. So it's the hand-drawn style. It looks kind of like a cozy game at first glance, but it isn't. It's got some difficulty to it. So you play as a young lady who I believe the story is kind of done without words and it's only a quick intro. So you've got to kind of piece together what's happening. They show you a kind of disclaimer to go, hey, warning, this game it depicts stress and burnout and things like that. So it looks like you're playing as a young lady who I believe is a digital artist who sat at her desk and overwhelmed and then kind of blacks out and goes into her own little make-believe world where you end up having a gigantic paintbrush as a weapon without any kind of explanation as to why that is. And then slowly throughout the game...
Have you had the brush with death yet?
Ha ha ha. Very
right.
good.
It's quite all right. I mean, it's no big,
I need to
no
put that
big
button
curtain
closer.
multiplier, but you know.
So yes, you dropped in Strange World. You've got your brush, and after each boss fight in the game, you kind of piece the story together with a series of flashbacks to kind of show how you got into this situation. So you take it from that. The big hook of the game is the combat system. As I said, you've got this gigantic paintbrush, and it has different abilities that you unlock along the way that run on a kind of paint meter. And once you're empty, you can still keep using your moves, but it will start costing your health instead of the paint. Which turns every fight into kind of a choice of, are you going to play it safe or are you going to risk it for damage? So early on in the game, I was kind of just taking down every single enemy along the way because, I don't know, I like I've got a little bit of OCD and I like keeping the screen clear. And then after a while, that kind of goes away from you, and it introduces the paint meter wearing down, whereas before it was kind of filling itself up on its own. So, it's
how that kind of resource management, is it a big part of the game, or is it integral to it, or does it just serve as a mild annoyance as you're going through? At
the start, it's a mild annoyance, and then as we go on, it starts getting more of a thing. Because, like I said, to begin this game, when you're kind of getting your head around it, it's like, oh, my paint meter runs down, but it instantly fills up again. I wonder if that's going to be a thing, and then it does become a thing. So, there's. There's not really much to go on it other than that. It's a hack and slash, a platformer, a Metroidvania. You're running around a different map. You're trying to work out how to get to all the areas. You have a little map that you can pull up and go, need to get... this is an area I've not explored yet. Let me try get into there, do puzzles along the way. And then you'll obviously hit an area where you go, I can't progress anymore, need to go back, figure out my way, fight more things, do more platforming, do more puzzles, and then, I've unlocked an ability. Now I know I need to go to that way that I couldn't go before. And, if you've ever played a Mega Man or a Metroid or anything like that, or a Metroidvania, then you know what you're in for here. I think the biggest hook of this is going to be kind of I think there's a certain audience that like I see myself in this character, this person that's stressed out with life and goes into their fantasy realm. I think it kind of invokes the idea of a cozy game without being a cozy game. So I think it's going to appeal to that kind of an audience. At the same time, if you like Metroidvanias in general, then you're going to like this. If you don't like the super hard Metroidvanias, then this is probably one for you also. Okay. But yeah, it's an interesting game, and I wanted something on the Steam Deck, and this performs very well on the Steam Deck. I believe it's verified, and I didn't want to go for the completely balls hard Hollow Knight, even though I have tried the first Hollow Knight game and didn't really get along with it, so the second one didn't appeal to me so much. So I thought this was a nice little medium. But
nice.
Yeah, it's all right. You might like it.
It's all right.
It's all right. I mean, that's a compliment I can give it. It's not a terrible game. It's not an amazing game.
Better than the bubonic plague. You heard it here first.
And I thought, you know what? I've actually made a decent pick this week, and it's not a bad price. And then it turns out I've picked the most expensive game this week out of the three of us, because it's £16.75. Oh, scandalous! But again, I think there's an introductory offer at the moment, so there's a couple of quid off.
And then proceeded to buy the games that me and Tim got anyway. So
yes, I did. Yeah, and we'll get to Tim's game now, actually, because I've played all three games this week, and this is probably the one I've played the most amount, actually, out of the three.
Yeah.
Righty ho.
Well, this week, as I alluded to at the end of last week's show, I've been playing Clover Pit, and it actually first came to my attention because I was offered a review code, and it seemed like it would work reasonably well on the Steam Deck, but then Shadow dropped while we were actually doing last week's show. It was announced that Shadow dropped on Game Pass, and so it's available on Game Pass, so I've been playing it there. I do think it would be a very good fit for Steam Deck, though, I have to say. But yeah, for anyone that hasn't seen and isn't watching the footage that we're putting up now, it's I've heard it referred to as Inscription-like in its kind of presentation and graphical style. For me, it reminded me more of Buckshot Roulette, which was a game I talked about previously on the show.
I thought that too.
Yeah. And so it's kind of got a kind of old, it's not quite 8-bit. Well, no.
It's like PlayStation 1, it kind of.
Yeah, kind of PlayStation 1 era graphics. It's got that
Voxels.
kind of gritty voxel kind of look to it. And it's kind of, it's got that dirty, unclean thing to it as well. Like the whole presentation is kind of like you're in a cage with a slot machine and an ATM that you're having to pay money into.
That's not how ATMs work.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of a
ATMs
reverse way
wrong,
around.
Tim.
But it
Are you sure
it's
you
kind
haven't
of
got the slot machine confused with the ATM?
it's almost as if you've been caged in a kind of Saw-like manner in a dirty cage and kind of, trapped in there. There's a toilet in there, and there's like things you can unlock by going to the toilet in the game and stuff like that. But
Yeah, like poops and peeps.
when I was first starting to play it, though, it felt a bit. I was a bit put off it because it felt a bit like a poor man's Balatro.
Right.
And I had heard it referred to as Balatro, and I think it does scratch very similar itches in terms of it's kind of using the basis of a gambling type game as its core. But then in the same way that Balatro had the jokers and stuff going on, this has got like lucky charms that affect your luck or the outcome or the reward you get for certain things flying in. And this is a kind of what I would refer to as American style slot machines, which have largely taken over here as well. But I don't know, maybe like there was a day where there was a separation between a British style slot machine and an American kind of casino slot machine. And this is more in the latter category. But we used to have like slot machines in the UK that had largely in pubs that had like three, like a payout line that had three things on it, basically. Sometimes 5, but usually in a single line. This has got like a 3x5 grid that can pay out if there's any lines up on any of them. So you can go diagonally, you can go horizontally or vertically, but then there's also patterns that come in there as well, so that you can have like sort of a diamond pattern in the middle of stuff as well. So it pays out on any of those lines when things come up, and you can also get like things when it jackpots. So when all the symbols are the same on screen, it pays out on all those lines basically. You then also, as I said, you get the lucky charms that affect your luck, so affect how many times you're likely to hit a jackpot, how many symbols you're likely to get that kind of come up on the screen at once. But then you also get things that affect the payout, and there's various things that like affect the multiplier of what you get. There's different bonuses you can get between rounds where you're answering a phone to presumably the person that's kind of trapped you in this thing, and they're making offers to you as you go. But you can... Each round you get to choose a permanent, usually a permanent upgrade, and it can be something like increases the value of lemons and cherries, or it can be like increases the frequency that lemons turn up, or the sevens that appear on screen. So it can be like any one of those things. Can also be a variety of other things that happen on there, and then the lucky charms. You can kind of get different ones that combo together. To start with, you get like 6 different lucky charms at once, but you can get that up to about 10 with different upgrades that you get that permanently upgrade how many you have, and then different upgrades that just in that run that you're doing. And at any one time, you're trying to meet the debt that you have to pay between rounds, and that rises quite fast and exponentially basically. So like at one point I think the first level is like 75, and then it goes up to 200, and then it goes up to 666, which
then
is
2000.
Yeah, that number 666 comes up a lot, and if it comes up on the middle of your payout line, you'll lose whatever you won on the previous spin, which can be a lot of money in some cases. I think I lost over $1 billion to that yesterday.
You just get sued by Trump or something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, like it
topical comedy.
As I said,
Very good.
It's one of those things where I wasn't sure about it at first, but the deeper you get into the game, the more it unlocks and the more different layers it kind of adds on to the point where you've got like these memory cards that you can unlock that actually make it harder. And they're optional, so I think it's probably best to not do that first and try and get through. But some of them have like plus sides and negatives, and so you're kind of weighing up what you're doing with those. But generally, you're trying to get through the game, pay out that thing every level, and try and get through to the end. You've also got like drawers that you unlock as you go throughout the game that you can like move your lucky charms in and out of, so that you can put things to one side and then buy more and then possibly equip that again later. I found a good tactic is to use the stuff that like increases the value of stuff permanently in the early game, and then kind of switch to the stuff that increases your luck as you go a bit deeper into it as well, basically. And it's kind of learning when to pivot and learning what combinations work together. You also unlock, I think there's like 120 lucky charms, something like that you can unlock in the game. So there's quite a wide variety of them. And as you actually unlock more of them, it makes it slightly more difficult because some combos that work really well together, and you're less likely to see those combos if you've got more that are unlocked. And so there's only 4 available to you that you can choose from. There are things you can do that affect that luck. Like one of the things I broke the game with yesterday is that I got so many tickets that and the tickets are the things you trade in for the lucky charms. I got so many tickets early on in the game, I threw away the thing that was getting me all the tickets and just had enough tickets to keep me going through the game, and I just kept on buying all the stuff that I needed. That was giving an upgrade to one of the lucky charms I had that upgraded every time I bought something. So I was just buying stuff and throwing it away and just kept on doing it. And then I had a thing that was getting me free rerolls so that I could reselect what was available in the shop. And yeah, so and in the end, like literally, I think I was getting it was in the billions that I was getting. Like the debt that I had to pay had an E in it. I was like, I haven't seen that since school. I think it's like exponent or whatever, it's like to the power of 10. So it was like a ridiculous, and I was winning like 758 billion from one line in a pattern. And so like I was, like that was from like 3 lemons basically. I was winning 758 billion, which at the start of the game you're getting like, I don't know, maybe 64 if you're lucky kind of thing. But yeah, like it's it did take me a little bit of time to warm up to it, but once I got into it, I really liked it. It really does scratch the same itch as Balatro. I can see how it will get in a bit more trouble than Balatro did, because this is directly dealing with a gambling thing. Although I don't know about you, Coleman, it has not attracted me to playing more slot machines.
No, I mean the whole thing is you in this kind of grate that you put inside that you've got below you. There's the constant threat of you'll have rounds to make your payments, and if you fail on all, if you don't reach your payment by the 3rd round, then the bottom of the floor will open up and you'll be chucked into a chasm.
Yeah.
And it's all very grotty, and there's kind of satanic imagery around. So I'm assuming there's some kind of message of gambling addiction, of sin, of, it's meant to be very off-putting. And it's fun, but yeah, it does put you. I mean, and slot machines is one of the things that I've never really gone for in my life. Yeah, I know I have an addictive personality. I tend to steer clear of gambling, and that is one of those ones that I was like, oh, bright lights and things. This could only go wrong for me.
I was overly addicted to a Simpsons slot machine in university.
I thought you were going to say Tapped Out.
It was not good.
Yeah. He loves that game. Can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
One random question though, Tim, because one thing that for me that I really liked about Balatro is that you could be quite creative. There's an element of skill to it, like how you combine your Joker cards. How you approach a particular deck, how you approach a particular blind, for example. But one of the things I've heard about Clover Pit is that it really, really leans into RNG, which can feel a bit unfair sometimes. Has that been your experience, or?
Right. For me, there's a certain build that I gravitate towards, at least at different points in the game. As I said, you pivot from one to the other. But there's a certain build I gravitate towards when I'm getting to the end game and I want to do stuff where I'm just increasing the amount of luck that I get on the last spin, and then getting 2 spins where that happens, so that I get a lot of luck and I'm more likely to get a payout in the last thing. Because if you get a payout in the last thing, you're not going to lose the money from hitting a 6 success although theoretically you could lose it in the first round of the next thing. But generally, if you were trying to get to a payout, you're only really worried about that. And it's, anyway. So basically, I do think there is a certain amount of skill to finding the combinations that work well. It's not like, oh my God, I'm a Mensa candidate. I've figured out the last thing. But there is some skill to be had.
I'd be terrified if you were.
Yeah, but there is some skill to be had in like finding out the combos and also knowing when to pivot away from one of those combos, knowing when to save some of the lucky charms for later in the game. And like, so there is some stuff that you can do to offset the random number generating kind of element to it. But I think there is fun to be had in experimenting with it and finding out the do's and the don'ts. Like literally, it goes from one point where I think it goes from like 1 million to 6 million from 6 to 144 million, and I was like, how do I ever jump from 6 to 144 million? And the answer is to not. Like, there's a lot of things where it kind of encourages you to go a bit faster, to skip this level or to do this stuff. But if you actually take all the rolls you can and keep on going through things and then do all the things that ramp up, like, the base modifier of each kind of number and kind of do it a bit more methodically, then you can really help kind of make it so that you can really hit the higher numbers and the higher amounts. And then, again, you need to kind of learn when to pivot and go into the right now I just need to earn as much money as possible sort of thing. But like I really like it so far. It's quite addictive. Again, I think it would be a good fit for being on a handheld screen, a Steam Deck and stuff. I think it would be a good
works
fit
very well on Steam Deck. But
if you've got access to Game Pass, you can try it on Game Pass, see if you like it, and then possibly purchase it, because it's not very much money. £8.39 to £8.50 is the range that Coleman has given us. But
yes.
I think there's you can get a lot of gameplay for that sort of thing. I would say, especially if you liked Balatro, this scratches similar itches, as I said, even though with a slightly different presentation style and stuff. It's not quite as slick or as minimalistic in Balatro as Balatro is, and I think Balatro is still the slightly better game, but it's a very high bar to hit, and I think this comes pretty close to it. So,
yeah, I'm not a big fan of simulated gambling or gambling games in general, but I'm not a big fan of simulated gambling games. But this one caught my eye after I was getting my footage, and then just jumped straight in and kept on going with it, and did take the punt on Game Pass. On Steam Deck, because this looks like a perfect game to be playing while I'm on my commute, and. Yeah. It is. It's a great game for that, and so much so, like, I just kept on, doing my commute, get home, play a bit more, a lunch break, play a bit more. It's a really good pick up, put down game for that. So, really good game.
I was going to say something probably something you haven't suffered with as much, and
we've suffered enough during this review.
It's a slight criticism, but also it's a kind of strength. But like, there's no way to quit the game, and it never tells you, or it never seems to indicate when it's saving. Like, so there's a tendency to want to finish a run, but you can quit out and you can back in, and it seems to be saving almost constantly, so that you can't.
That's where
standby
save it
comes
and stuff
in
like that.
Handy. So yeah, but that's why I think it would be a good fit for that as well. But yeah, hey.
Yeah, Clover Pit. Go give it a try. It's on Game Pass, and it's pretty damn cheap, so get in there. The game, not Game Pass, obviously.
Yes,
that's not cheap anymore.
Yeah. Chugnut set up for a question ages ago, and I've been waiting for the other half of this, so at some point there's going to be a question coming, I'm sure. I'm just sat here going, where's the other half of the question?
Out of context. Chugnut, type away.
Yeah, because they take a while to get through. Shall we do a little bit of news?
Let's do a little bit of news.
Okie doke. So the big news this week is there was a big GTA 6 leak, which turns out, oh no, there was not a big GTA 6 leak. It was an AI prank, and this was from the creator.
Scamps.
Yeah, this was the creator behind the Twitter account, X account, Zap Actu GTA 6, which they've been reporting on loads of GTA news and breaking down footage of trailers and things. And then all of a sudden they had this leaked footage that kind of went a bit viral, And then they ended up explaining on their Discord and on X that they had actually faked the footage, and it was all a big social experiment to see how something like this could easily go viral and be true. And then deleted all the explanations and the footage, because when I tried to find the footage to stick it on this here channel, did not work. Could not find it for the love
I
of
wonder how
money.
Rockstar's lawyers will feel about that, but hey.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we could probably guess how they're feeling about it, and it involves suing people for lots of money. I would guess.
Yeah. $8 billion.
Yes.
I just-
Again, not Trump, but hey, why not?
Yeah, and I can see why they've deleted it from their social media, because if you're a site that kind of prides yourself, or an account that prides yourself on your accuracy and bringing news and about a specific subject, and then you fake the news for a laugh and then report on it like it's real, and then go, okay, well, yeah, we did that. Whoops, silly me.
Yep.
Not a great look. So yeah, they've ended up removing it from everything. But interesting, I thought. It was almost big news this week. The other big, I reckon this is the biggest bit of video gaming news this week. There's a Far Cry TV show coming to FX and Hulu. Hulu being on Disney Plus in the UK, starring Rob McElhenney, or as he's now been renamed, Rob Mack from Always Sunny. And
why has he been
co-owner,
renamed Rob Mack?
He changed his name to Rob Mack because people,
Really?
because he, one of the reasons was that Mack is the name of his character in Always Sunny.
Right.
Also, since he's bought Wrexham with Ryan Reynolds, he finds that a lot of the people that go to the Wrexham games can't say McElhenney. So he's changed his name.
They're Welsh. They can pronounce the unpronounceable. It's like their language.
McElhenney.
Exactly. To give him his full name, he was Robert McElhenney III, I believe. So
The turd.
the third, not the the third.
Right, okay.
Well, I mean, in Always Sunny, he's actually called Ronald McDonald. So there you go.
Big Mac.
Yeah. But I
Big Mac
thought
and
this was
Deadpool.
interesting because I like Rob Mack. I like him. I wasn't a big fan of the Ubisoft funded show where he was a video game developer. I didn't think that was great. But big Always Sunny in Philadelphia fan. I like a lot of his interview styles and stuff that he does. So I'll be looking forward to this. And I like a video game adaptation. I think Far Cry is. It's got like a big wealth of stuff that you can draw from. That I know a lot of people are kind of showing off Far Cry 1, the first Far Cry game, as like what this could be. But when you've got like the looks of the all the other games that have come as the sequels, like in the Himalayas and the different Far Cry 3 and
Going around.
yeah. Oh yeah, Vars and all that stuff.
I've got a feeling it's going to become quite formulaic. It's like go to remote location, surprise, despot exists, and basically is an absolute.
Find
knobhead for
radio
everybody.
towers.
Yeah, find radio towers. Work out that fire is hot and spreads and is bad for you.
And because it's Rob Mack, be absolutely shredded. Kill
I don't
things.
know whether to be more put off or attracted to it by the fact that it's the Alien Earth creator Noah Hawley as well, because like I thought that TV series was really good until it really didn't stick the landing very well.
That's most TV shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Pensive Games. Who is Welsh? Says the issue with the name was too many vowels.
Yeah, it's all consonants in Wales.
Okay. Yeah, true.
It's all
And
consonants.
spit. A lot of spit. A lot of hissing like a cat.
Well, sure, my cat does not hiss like he's like that.
Like
He
a
just
Welshman.
goes. That's not how my cat hisses. Unless there's something very wrong with him. And he's just having a sleep.
Another bit of news that happened just before we started recording. Nintendo scooped up one of Bandai Namco's studios. So Bandai Namco Singapore has now been redubbed as Nintendo Singapore. They're the guys that helped build Splatoon 3 and led development on the new Pokemon Snap game. So they've invested quite a large amount, and now they're set to fully acquire the studio. That should be cool.
Because they've gone on a little bit of an acquisition spree, haven't they? Which to me seemed a bit un-Nintendo when I first heard they're doing this. But they have been. So it was like next level games.
It's very
Monolith
Microsoft.
Soft. Yeah, it is a bit.
Is it me, or do they seem to be doing a bit less in-house generally, and a bit more kind of second-party type studios where they hire someone to make a game for them a bit more?
Well, they've been doing stuff with Bandai Namco for a while. I mean, a lot of the stuff behind the Smash Brothers series, the last two entries, they've been Bandai Namco guys. So. Yeah, it does make sense to jump in with them, but yeah, they have been using more studios, but they've also been purchasing them studios afterwards. So if you want to do your main titles not second developer, then you want to bring it all in house, then you buy the studio. It's the Microsoft way, guys.
But they seem to do that. They seem to get another studio to work on a game, and if they like the output, then they buy the studio rather than developing things. It seems to be like their go-to kind of development cycle thing, like rather than I don't know.
It's quicker than building a new one.
Yeah, just don't seem to be doing as much directly in-house. But hey,
yeah. And in this week where Embracer is selling off even more studios, we were going to talk about this last week. It was Crystal Dynamics had like a third huge layoff of stuff since their Embracer Group purchase. So, the other bit of news this week, I don't know if we've spoken about this at all, but this has been long rumored for about a year now. There's potentially a Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake in the works that has not been officially announced, but keeps getting leaked in very silly way. I think one of the most recent ones was one of them. This company that makes models for for Ubisoft. They were doing a line of Assassin's Creed assassins, and everyone's gone, "How come there's no Edward? Is it Edward Conway? I think so. Yeah. How come there's no Edward figurine in this lineup?" And they go, "Oh, that's coming with the new Black Flag remaster game that's coming out soon." We lost our contract. Oops.
What we meant to say was,
play the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme. But so this has been going on for a while. Apparently, this is you may say, sorry, Edward Kenway, not Conway. You may see some kind of co-development with Skull and Bones, Dan's favorite game of the year 2 years ago. Where
one I was watching. It was one I was watching.
Game of the year. Dan's game of the year.
Your favorite game of
year.
the century.
When years from now, when we're doing our retrospective look back at the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, Dan will be like,
Dan's top game,
Skull and Bones. That's
my favorite
where it
game
is.
ever.
If it's not Destiny, it's Skull and Bones.
Are we done?
Skull and Bones, Destiny 2, Destiny.
But yeah, because it's a lot
Dan's
of guys
top
behind. The idea was a lot of the kind of talent behind Black Flag working on Skull and Bones initially. There is kind of a thing here to go, hey, look, the DNA of this game into this game, and maybe if you buy Black Flag, then you unlock a special thing in Skull and Bones. Also, Skull and Bones is a thing. If you've not heard about it, maybe you pick up Black Flag and it advertises Skull and Bones to you. So possibly expect some of that. And also, reportedly, they've taken away all the kind of the modern day stuff out of Black Flag. So if you remember in that game, this is one of the ones that they stopped using the I forget Nolan North's character in that game where Desmond, that's it. So Desmond and his barbershop in London.
Yeah, that's what it makes me think of.
Very, very different Desmond. On so many levels, but continue.
Yeah. So, in the earlier games, it's you're playing as Desmond, and then you're going into his DNA, his memories, that's the whole thing of Assassin's Creed, and you're going back and forth. And then in this game, you were kind of a different character, and it was all done in first person, and you were working at Abstergo video game industry side spin-off that clearly is meant to be Ubisoft. All that stuff is reportedly cut from this game, so it is just the Black Flag Edward Kenway story, and reportedly it's meant to come out landing in the week of the 23rd of March next year.
Lovely.
Is it just me? It doesn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game if it doesn't have like the time traveling element thing going on.
They've been steering away from that for a while. It's like the story of the modern day is gone, and it's only kind of referenced in to sort of go, hey, you're playing a video game and you're in the Animus. Like that is the most they will get to it now. It's all done through menus. But I don't think I ever finished Black Flag. It's one of the few that of the classic sort of Assassin's Creed styles that I never actually finished with. So I would be tempted to jump back into this. And if they've put some real work into improving how that game looks and the bells and whistles and mechanics and everything thrown in, I'd be up for that. But if I open this up and it goes, by the way, you can buy a gigantic... Because if you remember, when we tried Skull and Bones, it was like this gigantic splash screen when you start the game. It's like, oh, also, you might want to put down for the super ultimate edition of Skull and Bones right now. Pick it up before you play the game that you're playing right now. If they do that in Black Flag, I will not be impressed.
What if they sell you a copy of Black Flag and it's actually just Skull and Bones just wearing an Assassin's Creed mask and that's it?
I appreciate the grift. And
at least they're being honest about it. We all know,
I'll be like,
we
do you
all
know what,
that
Ubisoft?
Skull and Bones was just the good bit out of Assassin's Creed. Anyway,
you know what, Ubisoft? You got me. You got me, Yves Gilmore.
Apparently Skull and Bones was a grift by the looks of things, where they got a load of money to make it and then, anyway.
Oh, dear. Anyway, that's all the news we have time for this week.
yes. I think we should probably start wrapping up because I think we're running pretty short on that there time anyway. So, all that's really left for us to do is begin wrapping this sucker up. But before then, I have to tell you to go to bigredbarrel.com/store and buy things with my face on it. That's right, things with my face, like T-shirts, like face masks, like towels, like pillows, I think. But there's also other T-shirts that don't have my face on it. Tim is modelling one of these. They're arguably superior to wearing my face on your face or other bits of your body. So that is bigredbarrel.com/store. Go there, buy my face. Buy my face.
We never did get that question from Chugnut. Very
We
odd.
do have a question about the store, though.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Okay.
There's a whole section for that, Tim.
Okay.
BigRedBarrel.com/store. Go there and buy things with reckless abandon.
Yes. With
Tuesday.
even less grasp of how money works than Tim. That's what you should go there and do. Timothy.
Go spend £180 on T-shirts.
Yes. Timothy. Tuesday is a Tuesday. Tell us what is happening this Tuesday so we can find out things about Tuesday. Thank you very much.
Tuesday is indeed a Tuesday, and each and every Tuesday we do an event called Tabletop Tuesday at the Loading Bar in Stoke Newington. I say
Correct
each
so
and every
far.
Tuesday, but I'll come on to why that's not exactly true going forward. But also, this week we normally have a feature game, and if you play that feature game, you can win a copy of the game just by playing it that evening. This week's game is slightly up in the air due to shenanigans.
Starring George
Shenanigans,
Clooney.
I tell you. I will hopefully have more details on that either Friday or Monday. I know it's running a bit close to the wire, but that is necessary on this occasion. Also be aware that we do have an event on the 2nd of December, which is next Tuesday. There is no event on the 9th of December because the bar has a charity event going on, so we are not having a Tabletop Tuesday that week. The Outside Xbox people, the fine people over at Outside Xbox are putting on a charity event,
those
so
guys.
they have those over there. They are very nice people. If you can, go and support them, do that. They are raising money for charity. But then we are back on the 16th of December with our Christmas special, and I have more details on that in the coming weeks. But yeah, just be aware. Slightly up in the air for details this week, and then no event on the 12th. But yeah, if you do want more details, there will be some more details, hopefully Friday, if not Monday, on the right-hand side of bigredbarrel.com. There is this little button called Tabletop Tuesday. Whack it, and it will give you some more information. Or you can join our meetup group, the over 2,200, very nearly 2,300 people in our meetup group. Search for Tabletop Tuesdays on meetup.com, or just come along to the Loading Bar in Stoke Newington on Tuesday, the 2nd of December, for Tabletop Tuesday. And there will be a game and a prize. That's all I can
Tuesday,
say
the Loading
now.
Bar.
Things will happen.
Things will happen.
Tabletop Tuesday at the Loading Bar in Stoke Newington. Be sure to be there this Tuesday for Tim's Mystery Game. need a better version of that drop. Yes, if you've enjoyed this show, you are a weirdo, but we love you all the same. That's all great. So go to bigredbarrel.com. There you can find stuff. You can find things. Here, host this here podcast. There's new reviews. Be a new review of Ark Raiders going up this week, I heard. So that'd be very nice.
I've been interested in that game.
I might pick that game up because it's very, very attractive. I like that game. I like the look of that game.
It might just make me angry, like lots of kind of first-person vaguely, or not or
There's-
third-person
I
vaguely.
think you both might
competitive
want to
shooters.
read Jamie's review before you purchase it. Let's say that.
Fair enough.
Right.
There's a war going on in that game at the moment, where led by the Burnt Peanut and his followers. Yeah, look into that.
Second mention of
I know.
Burnt
I've been
Peanut
looking
in as
into
many
Burnt
weeks.
Peanut. I'm actually a
Okay.
fan now.
Don't look directly
They're-
into Burnt
That's how it
Peanut.
works.
They're very good. I snuck them into the cover last week. Burnt Peanut, check them out. Anyway, what was I saying? Go to bigredbarrel.com. Also, click our social media links. They are all available on their homepage. From there you can go to our Discord, bigredbarrel.com/Discord, or just click the link that is available on the website. Over there, you can talk to us. You can get games. You can do lots of things. You can jump in on game nights if they're going on at the time. But you can also ask us questions, and we will answer them most likely if we like the look of them. Much like Warp Macco Sergeant Expendable says,
I approve of that name.
Yes, I have 3 unrelated questions.
They're not
Question
unrelated.
the first.
Spoilers.
Can I get Dan's face on a pair of budgie smugglers?
Unfortunately,
Tim?
not. I don't believe so. Sorry.
Oh.
No budgie smugglers available
Oh.
in the store.
That is a
No.
shame.
But if someone
Okay.
wanted to buy a sticker of my face, which you could probably get on the store,
Yes.
and then
Ooh.
source their own pair of budgie smugglers, that could happen.
I legally cannot stop someone from doing that.
Okay.
I legally
Question the
wish I
second.
could, but you know, them's the breaks.
Question the second.
Yes.
Will the loading bar hold post/packages for Tabletop Tuesday?
This is the bit of the question I don't like. I guess technically they would if you asked them nicely, but I wouldn't make a habit of it. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All unrelated questions, Tim. Remember
Yeah.
that. Question the third. What waist size is Tim?
Too big.
Okay.
All
I'm
3
sure
are unrelated questions.
I want to see how this all plays out.
So do I.
All right, and we also have a question from Dragon Master Kale, who says, I have a question. Is it feasible for perhaps a tree ornament to be added to the Big Red Barrel store for the holiday season? Perhaps with Dan's face on it. I'd love to hang Dan as an ornament on my tree, of course.
Very kind of you. It's very kind of you.
Yes. I think we might have left it too late to put Christmas
We might
merch
have.
up.
But again, you
Maybe.
can buy stickers with my
Again,
face on it.
stickers will go on baubles.
Yep.
Baubles.
Baubles.
Or on baubles, whether or not they're inside a pair of budgie smugglers
I'd
or
buy
not.
that for $1.
Who could say?
Yep.
Who could say? Yeah. BigRedBarrel.com/Discord and BigRedBarrel.com in general. Be sure to go
Yes.
there. Ask more questions. We don't get them that many these days.
Indeed.
So
And we are still on the world's biggest cliffhanger from the Chugnut saying that
Yeah.
we're
question.
never going to find out what this question was.
Leaving us hanging. Anywho, that is it for this week. Thank you very much for coming along and listening and or watching. It's always very pleasant to have everyone around. So thank you for that. Makes us feel like we're still a thing on the internet. We will hope
Big Red Barrel on all the socials and go to YouTube and subscribe and like and comment.
and peruse
Red
the
Barrel.
fine selection of links that Coleman has put in the show notes for you. Click on all of them with giddy abandon. Right. We're going to go because, frankly, we've rabbited on for long enough. And
Rabbit.
all that really remains is for me to remind you that I have been Dan.
I might have been Tim.
I've been a burnt peanut-headed fool. I didn't think ahead in time for
No.
doing this. Sorry. Usually it comes to me just at the end.
All right.
I'll be Coleman.
You have been Coleman. Thanks ever so much for coming along.
I'm in chaos.
Thank you. Good. Always that old faithful. Thank you very much for coming along. And until next time, dear listeners, toodle bye. Boring.
Check out the brain.
Dan's a fantastic man.
Thing sucks. Get over here. My eyes, the goggles do nothing.
No.
You get nothing.
That's the wrong button.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Worst episode ever.
Found it.
Confirmed.
There we go.
Confirmed.
One thing we haven't snuck into a show, and I'm just going to shove it in the after show just as a little
Ugh.
bonus for the live listeners. But yeah, have you guys seen the footage for the Halo Combat Evolved remake?
No. It's
Looks
been a bit
very
out of
good.
my.
Is
Yeah.
this the
Say,
one that they've
yeah.
redone an Unreal Engine 5?
Yeah, it looks.
seen
Oh,
it.
they
really
always
solid, I
perform
have to
really
say.
well in Unreal Engine 5. I can't wait.
Possibly not.
Especially on console.
But it does look very shiny and nice. And I have to say, it's got me interested in Halo again. But yeah.
There's something I've been meaning to talk about for about 2 weeks that I
Right,
can
yeah.
sneak in quickly. If you were a subscriber of the Big Red Barrel app, remember that?
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Yep.
It's
Oh,
been
blimey.
officially delisted
Oh.
Hey!
about 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
It
I-
needs to
but-
be put out of its misery.
I haven't looked, but I think I have all the bonus content still aside.
Ooh.
It should still be there somewhere.
I'm pretty sure it's like time sensitive though. Do we need to put that up somewhere? It's a large task, but could do it, I guess.
Someone's got to do it
See if
Maybe
anyone
one day.
cares.
one
Yeah.
day.
Anyway, yeah, the Big Red Barrel app, it's gone now. Well, I didn't know it was being updated this whole time.
Now we know. Now we know where
Yeah.
all three of our listeners
Now we
came
know.
from.
Well, I mean, the truth behind the matter is it was a free, not a free thing. It was a thing that was included in our podcasting subscription service back end thing at the time, and they've stopped doing it because everyone
one
just
cares.
uses podcast apps anyway.
Fair.
Yeah, or YouTube. Hi, should we go?
I think we should. That's a suitably depressing note to end on, I think.
I'm
So,
sorry. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This has been a great time. I like how
It
active our
has.
chat's been this week. It's been
yes,
very good.
I approve.
Yes. And thank you for the suggestions. I will say, where's the one that was in earlier? Cleared Hot. Good suggestion. Tim, I believe Tim reviewed this on the podcast a little while ago.
Oh,
The
yeah.
helicopter game.
Yeah. I played the demo.
So
It was
good he forgot about it.
The Desert Strike type game. Very good.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good game. Terrible name.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We're going to go.
Doodles.
Oh, I didn't hit the thing.
Oh.
Nothing.
Well, there's this one. You know that one.
Okay.
And then there's this one.